It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. Play action. Allen rolling to his left. And his first look is incomplete. And Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try to break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down to the 20-yard line. Going to change things up. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Now a 2nd and 2. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Here's Tony on the quick slant. And the Chiefs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And no thought of a return here for Hines. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
On second down, Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They need 12 here. It's third down. Third down, here's a run by Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Fielded at about the 28. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Well, he is out of bounds inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Meanwhile, the home throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Here's Pacheco headed right. And a loose football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. There on the stop was Leo Chanel. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think you tried to fool them on that one. Being able to throw the ball to the fullback position, no one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
Little pitch pitching catch to the tight end, Knox. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11th. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's fielded at the 45. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Final 30 seconds in this first quarter. And it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football.
Hey, 57, 57. Yellow. Hey, yellow. Hey, go. Hey, 15.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
And Diggs will have a Bills 1st down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. They have possession. So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
A pass complete downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big pickup of 38.
Now Patrick going to change the play. Now they'll audible to something else. They'll run here with Pacheco.
And he'll take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible?
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Michael Dana
showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
This taken in by Kincaid.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
3rd down and 10.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
Now a hit and a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble.
Sometimes when you return, there's such a scramble. The center feels out there, doesn't it? He has it. He raises it. Somehow he can't slow that tone.
A tone for his city. You know, he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. They go play fake. Mahomes.
That went into the hands of Tony downfield.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Kadarius Toney
On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Chiefs are able to widen their lead here in this first half. But it's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you've already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Here's Cook again. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So that game was pretty well blown up from the start. And it results in a turnover.
Yeah, when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Pacheco. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. A dangerous return man showing it here.
That's a tremendous start to the third quarter. These guys had their foot on the gas the entire first half. They continue to keep the accelerator down.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. There he goes, right side. Down the sideline he goes. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
Not only that, I think that between the two of us, we thought this was over before. I believe now.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Open on the left side, this is Valdez-Scantling. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's...
And he loses the football a second time. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. On play action, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So on 4th down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal unit. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker. He's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They start the drive with Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Allen going to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking it about the 36. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
At the 37-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Kirby Joseph. And the Bills are going to have it here just past the 25.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Allen off the play fake. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, You're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond. Not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Mahomes going to throw. That's complete to Tony. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. When Mahomes sees something, he'll change the play. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now they'll shift things around. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
A 4-yard loss. It's 4th down.
And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. And he'll be kicking into the wind in the 4th quarter now. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career one.
We did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talked about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. That one behind his receiver and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we can probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this.
Poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Smoke Monday.
And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone and the frustration of our line, which is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Bills on 3rd down. Just one conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 9. Nyheim Hines, his first carry.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown. Dawson Knox, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
They're on 27-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in Newcastle?
I don't think anyone wants to hear it now, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 more on that one and another first down.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs. Hey, Ripley. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards alone. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
It's Allen. That pass complete to Deontay. Now the ball comes loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Play action. Now it's Allen. Looking for Knox on the crossing route. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Leo Chanel in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
It's 2nd down.
Allen going to change this at the line. On 2nd down, here's Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
The coaches always hop on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. One final try here for Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
The extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pick one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.